boys basketball as the Harbormen face the Panthers of Whitman-Hanson Regional.
And now number 11, senior Andrew McBride. Number 33, senior Nicholas Wilder. And number 35, senior Connor White. Game is coached by Bobby Niffen. Champion and state champion, Whitman-Hanson Patriot. Double zero, senior guard, Keenan Fong. Number 4, junior guard, Andrew Clarkie. Number 5, junior guard, Ryan Valancourt. Number 10, junior guard. Number 34, senior center, Ryan Bassel. Number 35, senior center, Tim Leahy. Number 42, Malcolm Power. And coached by Paul Rudd. Assisted by Ken Casey, Eric Nunez, Nico Raffles, Luke Templovich, and Zach Down.
Well, that was time for the starting lineup. But both rosters had entirely. I'll talk over the montage that's being played right now. The state championship montage for the Panthers. Remember, they're not only defending Patriot champions in South Texas, they are the first state champions for last year. And without a MIAA championship this year, they will be the defending state champions until we get why. And that's what tonight. In the first game, Alphonse Crowder has averaged 13 points. Well, the answer is Amato, 24.5. So you pick your poison. Can you shut one of the two down? The other thing that's interesting, going through all the simply because Hingham so many shots. So how does Hingham have a chance tonight?
If you need to take a drink of water, please exit the facility to do so.
The way to do it,
please refrain from using the restrooms during halftime or in between periods, so that our student athletes can use the facilities if necessary.
Look at all the games so far.
At the conclusion of this game, please exit promptly. Finally, as always,
here,
sportsmanship is a top priority for us
earlier in the season that put
we strictly enforce the MIAA sportsmanship code and have a zero result of violators.
By the dawn's early light, what sounds we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red the bombs burst in and gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say the grave in the home of the brave.
so the anthem's been sung. The other 3 cup winners, the other sports. Congratulations to the Dragons of Duxbury. They won the girls' hockey Patriot Cup. Congratulations to our own Harbormen of Hingham, who captured the boys' cup in boys' hockey last night, 3-0 over Hanover. And earlier this afternoon, or actually Marshfield rather, earlier this afternoon, Hanover defeated Whitman-Hanson to clinch the cup in girls' basketball. So will we have a team of high school with 2 cups? Or will we have the cups going to all 4? Time will tell. Hingham has won the toss on alternating possession, so they will start with the ball in first possession. Or take that back. I'm sorry. I'm used to doing white games. Whitman-Hanson has the ball to start possession. Here's Ballin. They're in foul trouble. Jack rings the first. Hingham has their first lead of the contest, 6-5. We're just underway here at Whitman in the first. Long range three on the way, back rim, front rim, and it goes. Jamison, and we're knotted at 8. Hurley drive, doesn't go, but hit the tip to Connor White. So Hingham early force on the offensive glass. The Hingham fans who are here applauding very favorably. 4:44 to play here in the first. It's 10-8 Hingham. Valancourt on the drive. Runner no. Cleared by McBride. Long range. Layup is good. Connor White on the feed from McBride. And it's 12-8. Hingham's largest lead is 4. Here's Valancourt over the timeline. It looked like Rogers was about to call time. He didn't. Amato, way out top. Amato has the feed. Amato looking for 3 ball. In and out. Nick clears the boards. Here comes Hurley. Back through Nick to McBride. In the corner, 17 to shoot, plenty of time. Hurley drives. Hurley rejected. Still got the clock. Long range 3 is short. That was White, way short. Amato thinks about the 3. He's looking. That's an air ball. McBride with the board. Back to Connor. Back to McBride. Looks. Fade away is good. First 2 in the game for Nick. Largest lead is 6. 3:18 to play. The Hingham fans are making a lot of noise in the building on the visiting side. Here's the 3 on the way. Bury it. Valancourt for his second 3, 6 in the game. Here comes Curtis Murphy back to Jack. Swings to Connor. Back to Curtis. Down low to Jack. Looking underneath on Levangie. We'll have subs both sides in between the shots. So both Levangie and Nick makes the first. Andrew Teague, who just came in the game, kissed it off the glass. That'll count. It's 21-21. It's a 2. That's what they were just checking to see whether it was a 3 or a 2. From up here, it was definitely a 2. And we end a furious first quarter the way we started. 21-21. More importantly, Hingham will have the ball to start the second. At a 4-point play. In the period, Valancourt had 6. Talk about trying to shut somebody down. So much for my little theory there. Hurley had 3. McBride had 2. Curtis Murphy 3. Nick had 5. Teague's 2 couldn't have been bigger. And Connor has 4. But remember ones. So you may not see much of Mr. White for a while. Connor, that is. So remember, we have a 2-minute and 30-second break between each quarter, including halftime. I know it may sound like a broken record, but you never know who's still new to COVID basketball. By coming back in will be Nick. We're subbing everybody back in. So basically, we've got Liam McBride. I'll find the last player for you in a minute, because you all have to check into the benches. But for those of you still new to this, timeouts are 1 minute and 15 seconds now instead of 1 minute. And between the period breaks, including halftime, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. There are no locker rooms, so you have to maintain social distancing. That's why the 10-minute halftime is gone. So, did overhear something fascinating in the prep talk. We're more over on the Whitman-Hanson side of the floor here just because we have balloons. And there's a latex mylar balloon wire that I know is in some of the camera shots, but it just happens to be where we are. So we're a little closer to the Whitman-Hanson bench. So Bob Rogers was talking just before they went out to warm up about how this would be the last game we're all playing together, and how the girls actually lost this lead by 2, 27-25. Valancourt. Amato swings it. 3 ball on the way, back rim. Rogers takes him out of the game. So Andrew Teagues comes in, Nick sits out with the 2 fouls. Curtis Murphy inside. Liam forced Gone Moore to shooting jump shots in the paint as opposed to shooting the 2 games. Encouraging sign. Carly for the Harbormen with 3:30 to play here in the second quarter. Jamison looking for 3. He buries it. 6 in the game for a moment. What did I say about trying to keep this game in the 50s? It's 35-30. Slight double team. And it looks like this is going to be a 3-ball party for a while. The lead is 2, 35-33. Here's John McBride. The lead is 5 again. 2:40 to play. Amari. Back to Amari. Amari double drives and he's called for the travel. Jack to inbound to Andrew Teague. Back to July 5. McBride to Teague. Swings to Hurley. Waits for the pop. Here comes the 3-ball. Buried it! Foul's called on Hurley. Off away from the ball. That'll be his second on Jack. Nate will go to the line again. He had missed 3 straight, which was unusual. Leading Amato has 9, and Malcolm Alcorn Crowder has 2. On the Hingham side of the ledger, Hurley has 8. John McBride has 4. Curtis Murphy 6. Nick has 9, a quiet 9, because he's had a lot of this second quarter with foul trouble. Andrew Teagues 2. Liam McBride 8, 6 of those coming from those two trifectas. And Connor White, who has foul trouble, with 4. So far, foul trouble, just to recap, Malcolm Alcorn Crowder has 2 for Whitman-Hanson. Hurley has 2. Nick has 2. Game in the 50s to have a chance at this. Throw that out the window. We're 41-36 at halftime as we're approaching the last minute. What's different in this game from the games I've seen either on film or watched in person is the shot selection for Hingham. They are taking more shots inside the paint, taking their floaters, running their offense, and not letting the team to be fronting and backing. In other words, a double team on Nate Amato, and basically saying, you go try to beat us because you lit us up for 34. Panthers blocked on the way. Ancient amount of time. Whitman-Hanson is just that good. So 14 from Valancourt. Now you just can't make any mistakes. So 5:07 remaining. A 12-5 run to begin the second half. Gives them a 2-point lead. The important thing for Hingham now is not to get rattled. If anything, the first 19 minutes has shown you can play with these guys. Stay with your game. You knew there'd be a run. The question is, how big is the run? Does the run run here, or does it go on for another 15 points and you're throwing by double digits going to the fourth? You've been able to manage the game with the foul. You haven't had Johannes for most of the game. You've managed it. With timely shooting. Let's see what happens coming out of the timeout. McBride to Hurley. Hurley to Nick. Loose shot clock. Loose ball on the floor. We got a foul call blocking. It'll be on Elton Crowder if that's the case. That's 3 on the big guy. Coach Rogers wastes no time with the substitute here. Vassell will come in and the big guy will sit down. Draft carriers are plenty of time on the clock. McBride, Curtis Murphy drives. Curtis drops. Hurley to penetrate. Curtis goes up. Blocking foul call. And Zach will go to the line. 2 apiece. No free throw, no rebound. Started by McBride. Switch made. Long range 3. Around the rim and out. Loose ball. Comes back out to Valancourt. Amari with the 3. Again, no. Loose ball again. Valancourt. Best opportunity. I mentioned at the open. The rebound opportunity. Nick will go to the line. The foul's on Levangie, his second. Saying earlier, the rebound differentials. And we'll have a sub in here. James tied back at 50. 3:47 to play. Differential is the fact that Hingham is taking so many shots and missing them. Ball in the corner. Dribble, nice and done. Score the basket. 8 in the game for Cole. Panthers ahead by. McBride couldn't think what he wanted to do. He didn't put the ball down in time. And for John, the turnover. Largest lead now in a while for the Panthers at 54 to 50. Hingham definitely needs a basket on this. We're going to kick ball and a new shot clock, and Hingham to start to play again. William McBride to inbound to Jack Hurley. Cut off by Nick. They're down to 3. Levangi's going to shoot from way downtown. Front rims it. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Hingham ball. 31.3 to play here. It's a 3-point shooting to play. Andrew Teague with it. You got Teague, McBride, Murphy, Nick, and McBride out there. So the 2 McBride boys are out there. 20 seconds. It's a 1-second differential on the clock. So dribble penetrate. Nick looks to go. Nick can't get the runner to go. Amato blocked. He throws it up again. Doesn't get it. We reach the end of 3. Inbound. Teagues gets to the Curtis Murphy. Murphy picked up his dribble, but got it to McBride over to Nick around the court. McBride makes the dribble. McBride makes the reverse layup. First points in the quarter. Hingham regains the lead. It's 55-54. Valancourt inside to Levine. No, rebound. And Jack follows him. That'll be 2 shots. For Jack, his third. Team third. Missed the first. With emphasis. A lot of spin on that ball. A little softer on this one. Still doesn't go. 2 missed free throws. We'll see if that looms large in the game as we come down the stretch. Teagues. Jack. Back to Jack. Through Teagues. Back to Andrew. Back. Nick. The captain. In and out for 3. Nate clears. Actually stolen. Blocked. Actually, that was Malcolm. With the jumper that got blocked by Malcolm. Valancourt. Jumper for Levin. In and out. As he had it, Nick clears the glass. Hingham's up 1, 5:40 to play. Kick out to Curtis Murphy in the corner. Curtis will pull it back out. To Jack. To John. McBride in the corner. No. Rebound. Crashes the glass and he gets fouled. It was an awkward shot, but it'll be the 4th on Malcolm. More importantly, the awkward shot gets Teagues to the line. This is where you need to make free throws, folks. Back rim the first. We're still at 55-54, 5:30. And Mari Jamison, comes back in. Vassell comes out. Elkhorn Crowder staying in with the 4. Second and third. The lead is 2, 56-54 Hingham as we approach 5:28 to play. Nick will bring it over. McBride. T. Curtis Murphy. Jack down low. Jack looking to create. Jack gets cut off looking for Nick. Stolen. They're 56-56. Here comes McBride. Tries to make it work. Jack on the reverse. Scores it. Turning point in a game like that. So here's where we are, just in terms of reset. Possession arrow is Whitman-Hanson. Team fouls 7 for Whitman-Hanson, 3 for Hingham. So Whitman-Hanson won't be shooting until Hingham gives you 3 more common fouls. On the other hand, Hingham's at the line the rest of the way. Score, more importantly, Hingham 58, Whitman-Hanson 56 on the clock here in the 4th. So, regardless of how this turns out, Hingham has done the absolute opposite of what they've played in the first 2 games. They have not, and a sporadic use of the 3 in the absence of Stephen White. And the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds of this game, Malcolm. Levangie, back to Malcolm. Hingham double teams. Jamison down low. Jamison started at 58. But Hingham did show them something defensively. McBride walks for Hurley. He tried to dribble baseline, didn't get it. Hurley's jumper no good. Gets the rebound, floats it back up.
33.
Nate to inbound to throw it in the backcourt. Panthers like that, 5-0 out of the timeout. And their lead is now 3. Hurley calls it to the big guy, and Nate will take it over the timeline. Big possession here, defensively for the Harbormen. Nate looks for a big-time 3. side. Curtis Murphy looks out a three. Loose ball goes to the Panthers. And we're on the verge of the dagger with 2:55 to play. Hingham needs a defensive stop. Loose ball comes out to Curtis Murphy. Curtis looking to run. McBride. Loose ball stolen by Jamison. And that hurts. 2:30 to play. Valancourt, guarded by Curtis. Valancourt, looking to create. Back out to Amari. 2:09 remaining. The lead is 6 for the Panthers. For Whitman-Hanson. And there's not much you can say about it. The brain trust from Hingham is huddling up, trying to figure out something to do. You can extend the game by getting to the free throw line. It's up to me. Connor White comes back in at this point because I need the threes. You have to put the hammer on the basket at this point because you need possessions. The one advantage you have is you still have 2 fouls to and you have to hold them on this possession. Another basket here. Right now it's 2 possessions. It's manageable. Another basket, another point takes it 2 possessions. 26 seconds on the shot clock. Amari to inbound. They'll go all the way in the backcourt for Levanti. Levanti's wide open at the backcourt. And Nichols wants to out. You could not have drawn that backdoor screen up any better. 14 in the game for Cole. 16 in the game for Amari, 16 in the game for Valancourt, 16 in the game for Nate. You couldn't ask for better balanced scoring from 4 players. The lead is 8, 1:53 to play. On our side of the board, Hurley with 13, McBride with 6, Nick with 15. Andrew Teague with 3. 9, but he's been sitting through most of the third. Since your saving grace is the free throw line. You can extend the game because every time you're fouled, you go to the line. So I'm sure the one they have the momentum. They have the clock on their side. They have the home court on their side. And other than Malcolm with 4 fouls, they really don't have anything to worry about. The Harbormen have played a valiant game. Let's see if they've got a closing kick left in them. Just to make matters more interesting, Valancourt, Whitman-Hanson's going to come out and press. Here's Teague. Andrew running the show. Trying to get the ball to Jack. Jack through Nick to Andrew. 17 to shoot. 3 ball on the way, no. Curtis Murphy wanted a foul. Didn't get it. Try to make this a free throw shooting contest. Or, actually, they're not going to give it to Teague. They're going to give it to Jack Hurley, which means Jack is just fouled out of his last one. So Hurley's out, even though he was close to the foul, must have been away from the ball. So Jack has left the floor for the last time in the red and white. So it's 66-58. Now this time he's fouled by Teague. 1:27 to play. It's the 16th foul. It's funny, in the first two games, ball in the backcourt, they follow Amari. That will put him at the line. From the free throw shooting, 67% in tonight. Game, and everybody will say, oh, well, they're gonna, I'm not sure what the foul call was. They're not putting it up on the board. They called a weird timeout. I'm not sure who called the timeout. So when you read this in the papers tomorrow, this was a Hingham lead with 3 minutes left in the game. Or 4. Yeah, we talked about this, about the first game here at Whitman-Hanson. It was the second quarter versus afford to happen was give up a bad quarter, and you just did. So Hingham will press. Levanti will get fouled. He'll go to the line. And barring the unforeseen, although he missed his last two. But you're ice cold in the quarter. You've got to, and as it turns out, he drains the free throw. So this to get to 70. He does it at 69. So it's 11. So you got to start having to hit threes, and that rims out. Loose ball collected. Nate has it. He'll get fouled in the backcourt. Teague will pick it up. He's got either 3 or 4, depending on how they call it. And Nate will go to the line. So you're not making any threes, and as it turns out, it's the fourth quarter. And as I said in the pregame show, if you got close at the end, quarters plus 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Patriot for Nate. And count it. So the win streak will Leah McBride with the 3. So the lead's back to 10, 71-61. And we'll see what you can come up with here. You're down 4 possessions. You're down 4 possessions with 51.5. Both teams are shooting. Hinson has made 5 of the 6 1-and-1 free throws. They've made the front end of all 3 1-and-1 opportunities since they went into the 1-and-1. Only Levanti missed the second. So exactly the fouling and putting them on the free throw line hasn't exactly helped the cause. If anything, it's made it status quo. You cannot exchange 3 for 2 to make steals, and you have to light up threes. Without their captain Jack Hurley, who fouled out. And it's on Andrew Teagues. That could be 5 for Teagues, depending on you count it. It's either 4 or 5. Apparently it's only 4. Nate's at the line. And as I said in the Hingham game, you really didn't want to put this guy at the line. There's really not many people you don't want to put at the line. We'll count it. So Evan Williams will come in. Curtis Murphy will go out. Curtis will finish it. And here come the rest of the seniors off the floor. There'll be a slow-moving carousel of the seniors coming off for the curtain call. And even Coach Bob Rogers is applauding. Long-range 3 off the glass, no good. It will be said that Hingham gave them everything that you could possibly imagine in this game, and they did. A foul will be on Connor. And we're now in double bonus, so it's now 2 free throws. Brian Bass's at the line. Andrew Kings comes out. He gets a nice round of applause as Nate comes in to replace him. So one by one, the curtain calls are happening. Second is good. McBride takes it, Brenner, no. Levangie with the rebound. He'll take it into the forecourt. And we'll just play catch for the last 14 seconds. And they will hold on to the ball. And they'll hold on to it. Whitman-Hanson Panther. Final score here at the Whitman-Hanson Regional High School. Whitman-Hanson. Bob Niffen and Bob Rogers.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give both teams a nice round of applause. That's an unbelievable high school basketball
Not only
game.
head coach Bob Rogers, but athletic director of Whitman-Hanson.
Especially the Hingham seniors.
Bob Rogers.